Welcome back. You're now watching the lifestyle segment on the weekend show brought to you by Holocron Popcorn. Hello, Didi.
Hello, Andy.
How are you surviving with the fuel prices?
Well, I passed the NNPC, one of the fuel stations this morning, and I saw it's reduced from 6.17 to 6.13.
Really?
Yes, and I was surprised
So it's so
actually.
weird that I don't even look at how much it is anymore. I just know how much I want to buy in my head. But I don't know what it is. It feels like the fuel they sell now finishes faster.
Oh yes, I noticed that actually.
Because I got fuel and it lasted 2 days, which would have ideally lasted me 4 days. And maybe I'm just always ranting about this, but it feels like fuel finishes faster. So please, something has to be done or looked into because we don't understand. Talking about fuel driving, let's talk about open streets. Cities and towns are planned in specific manners, especially urban cities. How can we ensure that lives are protected? How can we ensure that health and safety protocols are being put in place? And how do we make sure that human life is priority? We'll be talking with a gentleman who has an initiative to deal with that and which addresses it from a citizen's perspective. Joining us
We have engineer Emmanuel John, who is the executive director of Ochenuell Mobility. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us about the Open Streets initiative. What's it about?
Thank you very much. I'm very happy that your conversation started from fuel and you were saying something has to be done. One of the quickest things to do is to make the road safe for me to ride bicycle, and I won't have the need to spend my money on fuel. So this is one of the ingredients of Open Street. Open Street is a citizen-driven initiative. We started far back in Bogota, Colombia, and spread through different cities to Africa. South Africa was the first to start in Africa, and then we became the second, and then we have it in about 11 countries currently. And the whole idea is that cities belong to people, and we must make cities fit for people rather than for cars. And on that note, we closed down busy streets for a period of time for people to experience street, for people to feel the street as a place for people rather than a place for the car. And so we've had 3 editions already in Abuja, and this is the 4th edition, which is going to take place on Constantine Street. And then we'll close the entire street. Neighbors will come out, students will come out, we'll have a cycling clinic where people learn how to ride bicycle. You already know how to ride, but you need to know how to fix some little things in case you are riding to work and then the bicycle breaks down on the way. You should know what to do. And we are, like I said, neighbors will come out, sit out, people will play, school children will debate on the theme, healthy streets. And the idea is letting them begin to do researches on what a street is all about. It's about people, not cars. This is the whole essence of Open Street.
So how does your core message guide your work?
Yeah, the core message is, again, cities belong to people. Give it back to the people. Take it away from the car. I'm glad you have a very big public premises where to park cars. If you go to many government offices, there are no spaces to park because we have handed over the city to the car. Roads everywhere, and people are not safe. Abuja have the highest rate of crashes in the whole of Nigeria. Is that not shocking that there are more crashes in Abuja than Kano, than Lagos, than any state of Nigeria? Why? Because the roads are built essentially for the car. And so car speed, there is no safety. And so bringing open street practices to the city means that speed of cars will drop, people will park their cars for occasional use, and people can ride bicycles to go to work and come back. And that way, our cities can be healthier, we'll have better quality of air because there will be no emissions, and students, everyone can stay safe on the road.
Permit me to be ignorant. When some of these initiatives start in some countries,
Yeah.
their weather is different from ours.
Yeah.
I've seen the sun in Abuja. I come from Benue State. I've seen the sun in Makurdi. How sustainable is it for people to walk on the street as a means of transport or use bicycles. We also had a minister once who stated that people should use bicycles to work. I think he used his bicycle to a couple of times. After that, something happened and he abandoned the bicycle. It seems someone even hit him. I can't remember.
Yes.
How sustainable is it considering our climate?
Thank you very much. I have emphasized, because I've had this question a number of times, that our food may differ, our cultures may differ, but transport is transport anywhere in the world. The need for walking, the need for cycling is the same everywhere. I was in Australia a few years ago, I think 2011, 2012, and I saw people at a very high temperature in that year riding bicycle. And I was thinking that I thought we said Abuja is hot. This place was hotter. And people are riding bicycle because your body have direct contact with air, which means the heat that you should feel is reduced. And in comparison, what difference does it make sitting in a car that have no AC than to ride on a bicycle? Which one is hotter? It's hotter sitting in a car because the car generates heat and you don't have AC inside. So it's safer, it's healthier, it's more temperature accommodating to ride on the bicycle than to sit in a car that have no AC. And to that extent, our current weather condition does not prevent us from walking. I mean, at the height of the cash crunch in January, February, people were trekking all over the city without minding that there's a sun or there's any temperature, including people who can't find money. They are big people, they have money, they have cars, but they don't have fuel to buy, to go to work. They have no money to buy fuel. They were trekking. So the temperature is not a problem. And like you said, yes, there are initiatives from other climes that we are adopting, we are adapting. The truth remains, the needs remain the same. Cars are polluting. People are dying on the road. Children can't play in their neighborhood. Elders can't come take their walking stick and walk around their neighborhood. Pregnant women can't say, let me take a walk for exercise because the roads are not safe. It's the same problem everywhere, and the solution remains the same. Let's keep the cars away, and people can enjoy the city.
Okay, could you share any notable success stories of this project?
Yes. During the first edition, which was in 2019, March, we brought the Transport Secretariat of FCDA, who are the owners of transport development. We asked them to sign commitments. And on the basis of that, and then we also brought the FCDA, who provides the infrastructure for the city. They signed commitments, and that led to some initiatives generated to say, okay, how do we recover bicycle lanes in the city? For instance, because if the speed of a road is more than 50 kilometers per hour, you need a separate bicycle lane. Where the speed is less and the traffic is not heavy, it can be combined. And so many streets in the city have bicycle lanes, which were not implemented. And so we supported the city by doing some studies on some of those road areas and say, okay, help us recover this as pilot schemes. For instance, Amadu Bello Way. Yakubu got one way in Asokoro here. If you go there, you are going from here, you can stop by and look at it. You see bicycle lane, you see pedestrian walkway, but which are not cleaned up to enable usage. And so we are saying, use this as pilot schemes. Let us clean up these streets. Let's allow people ride bicycle there, and then gradually we can graduate into other areas where necessities allow us to do.
So I think it's an amazing idea and concept. I also think that with the world talking about climate change and how cars are polluting the environment, this is extremely important. And this is also a message to government reaffirming the need for organized public transport. So I see what Lagos is doing with the Blue Rail, and they say they're going to do something with the Red Rail. Governor Wike, now Minister of FCT, is talking about the Abuja Metro line. And I think it would reduce the car crashes and the congestions on the street. And with what you're talking about, especially with bicycles and walking, there are also the health benefits. So finally, how can people reach out to your organization if they want to support, contribute, and if they need more information about your initiative? And what date is it happening this year?
Thank you again. Like you said, public transport is one of the lacking ingredients in this city, and making public transport work enhances what we are talking about, because people can ride bicycle from Massacre to come and go to office in Area 1.
Yes.
And so the idea is that long distance, a public transport brings you, bicycle helps you to finish it, walking helps you to finish it. And so we are very open, looking for partnerships and collaborations to enhance our work. We started small and we're expanding continually, having stakeholders coming on board. And anybody could join us, either as an individual, as a company, or as an NGO. And we have our live phone line, and then we have our email, and we have our website, www.ochenuell.com.ng. And we also have www.openstreets.ochenuell.com.ng. Those two websites, and then we have our email, info@ochenuell.com.ng, or openstreets.abuja@gmail.com.
Okay.
Either of these are channels you can reach us. And this event is coming up on the 23rd of September. That is next week, Saturday, from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. The street will be shut down for people to experience streets, because it's a place for people.
It reminds me of Owambes in Lagos, where they shut down the streets. And when I was talking about people from Massacre going to Area 1, when I lived in the United Kingdom, I also used to have a bicycle, which sometimes I'll ride to work.
Yeah.
And they say I want to go far distance, I'll ride to the train station and lock it up, travel, come back, and get it. Although one day they stole my bicycle. So crime is not only tied to Nigeria. Thank you so much for what you are doing and your efforts. We wish you all the best in your endeavors and your events next week.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
And we look forward to your participation.
You will find somewhere there, not me. But yeah, that's what we're going to take on the lifestyle segment. Don't go away. We'll see you shortly after this break.